Not gonna be the last season.
This is the King and Doc podcast. I am the Blunt Doctor. It is Saturday night at 11 p.m. Pacific, actually on time this time. And this is the King Doc podcast. I think, as I already said, my man Hulie, the weed is good. The weed is good on this Saturday night for both of us, my friend. What is going on in your world in Los Angeles? Tell us how.
Hey, man, bro, I've been falling down this wormhole. I've been watching a lot of, what was that shit called?
Your microphone is auto-muting a lot today, dog. I don't know what's going on with your microphone, but it does not want you to speak. Julie's mic keeps auto-muting. It's a hater. It's a hater mic, and we're gonna shut it down.
What did it say? That's weird. I think it's this little. Eventually, I would get one. And I think. See,
there we go. Now we got you back. You're in so far. These are what happens with live technical difficulties.
I'm telling you, bro. Going live.
No producers. Yeah, there's no producers. There's no editors. There's no corporate money behind this. This is real raw shit. This is like piss.
Man, I'm like an octopus back here, dog. It's crazy. Hey, if you want to be a producer, step up. You know what I mean? Become a producer of the King of Doc podcast. We can't pay you shit until we start making money. So you be volunteer. So but we appreciate it. We love you, and our fans will love you too. So.
You full Nathan Fielder there. You're like, I'm my unpaid volunteers.
Hey, write it on a resume, dude. Hey, I was a producer for the King of Doc podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, yeah, for exposure. Those are always very respectful offers. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. See, it works out. But if you want to be a producer, to anybody out there listening to us on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? On Facebook, shout out to the Elite Sports and Entertainment Network. But anybody out there like watching right now, that's watching as a future video, if you want to be a producer, let us know. What's up, man? What's going on with you? How's everything in your world, bro?
Dude, life is good. I am actually taking time off from my primary job, which seems like an impossible thing because it's something I never do, and we are doing a family trip to Lake Tahoe, which is going through Las Vegas both ways. So next Saturday night, assuming I can get the hotel internet to work, we will actually be live from Las Vegas.
Let's go.
And there will be interesting things going on. But we're spending Monday through Friday in Lake Tahoe, so it's going to be very exciting time with family time, the most important thing in the world, the only thing
Treehouse in the building.
The King Doc podcast.
Yeah, Treehouse in the building. What's up, Treehouse?
The favorite
guy right there. That's our day one. That's our day one. He was on last week. If you missed it, go check it out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's our guy. What up, Keith?
I cannot wait. Yes, Tahoe is going to be amazing, and I will. I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of Tahoe-based top 10 joke to bring up with some slides or some shit. I don't know, man. It's gonna be. We'll see. It's always a mix. It's eclectic on this show. I think that's the most important part.
Yeah, I think we can make that work. We could definitely make that work. Let's see. Hey, I checked out your review of the Karate Kid, and I'm kind of let down, bro. Kind of let down, bro. First off, you missed the whole point. The Karate Kid.
Tell me the whole
Karate Kid is not Daniel LaRusso because Daniel LaRusso is a bitch.
Hey, now you're on some How I Met Your Mother, Barney Stinson shit. That the real Karate Kid is from Cobra
because
Kai.
that is exactly 100% the real thing. Johnny LaRusso is the Karate Kid.
How can you be the Karate Kid when you get your bitch taken though?
Honestly, I think they were broken up anyway. He was going to get her back, but then Johnny had a weakness, a moment of weakness, and she ain't like that. And then here comes this simp ass dude out of nowhere from fucking Jersey of all places.
I was just about to say though, is there anything worse than losing a girl to a dude from Jersey?
From Jersey,
what?
From fucking Jersey of all places.
I feel that if you lose a woman to a man from Jersey, you have to retire from dating, from relationships. You just
that's why. Hey, listen, that's why his life spiraled after that. You know what I mean? If you watch Cobra Kai now, you know what I'm saying, his that moment getting kicked in the face, which was fucking illegal. You know what I mean? Made his life spiral. He lost his bitch to some fucking lame ass dude from Jersey, and now this dude like gets a whole fucking movie set up after his ass. Like Daniel LaRusso's a bitch. That's the point of the whole thing.
I have to say, this is not the complaint about my review that I thought I was going to receive from you. I expected some heat. And it was not this, but that's fine. Listen.
Oh no, I got some heat for the mom too. I got some heat for the mom too. You mean to tell me you uprooted your fucking stupid ass son out of his like neighborhood, like we was like, you know, the king of the lames, moved him all the way across the fucking for a serving job that you might have became the manager? You're the worst mother of all time. And then the drive from where they went to when they went on a date. I think this was started this whole thing because you'd never seen it, right? When started the whole thing, golf and stuff is in the town where I live at. They came from Reseda, way out in the valley. That's like a 45-minute drive.
Only in fucking LA.
Fucking station wagon. Come on, G.
Only if someone who's fucking from LA is that specific about. Listen,
that's a long way to go, bro.
101 to the 710 to the 205. That's some LA shit right there. No, that's some California shit. SNL was right.
Listen how lame he is. Like, you can tell he's from Jersey. See how he kissed her? He damn near ate her. He just swallowed the girl.
Jaeger bombs.
Fucking dummy.
That's what we do in Jersey. Drink Jaeger bombs.
Dummy. Jaeger bombs. I'm probably what he had. That was it. And then you know what? And then one more thing, and I'll let it go. One more thing. Months had passed, and then he did the little.
You muted yourself again, brother. Even your own microphone can't handle your review of this.
They don't want to hear it. Yeah, they don't want to hear it. My mic don't want to hear it. But like, yeah, Daniel LaRusso's a bitch. That's the end of the story. That's the end of the story. Anyway,
I'm not even disagreeing with you. Like, I just what I really wanted to do was sandwich two pieces of hatred bread over a really good in-depth review, and I feel like I did that. I feel like I made the sandwich where it was like this. And then carefully constructing layers.
Your shots at me about Chat GPT was like kind of hey, right? I did use it as inspiration. Some of those were their jokes, you know what I'm saying, and some of them were my jokes. Yeah, for sure. I'm just trying to, that joke will be evergreen for me. I just need a little bit of help. You know what I mean? That's taking them extra shots in the gym. You know what I mean? That's what it does for you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to keep that one in mind. ChatGPT is extra shots to the gym.
I'm just saying it helped out. It helped out.
It helped me totally agree with your ChatGPT philosophy of cutting corners, because that's what Kobe did. Right? Kobe was well known for cutting corners.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's still the same thing. I'm still getting some shots up, bro. Maybe it's just some inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. It's not some inspiration. Right. Anyway, speaking of inspiration, bro.
Live audience, baby.
The WNBA All-Star Weekend was last weekend. Did you watch the game, or did you watch any of it? What was going on?
You know, honestly, I wanted to. I ended up being busy. It's not a hating on WNBA thing. I really don't care much about All-Star in the NBA either. I never really watch it. And, you know, let's be honest, like, for all of us who love the WNBA right now, Caitlin Clark being out sucks. And so when you have, you know, your missing stars from your All-Star game, you know, it's going to be, you know, that shit ruins it. But I do appreciate how they use that time to bring light to everything that's going on with the WNBA right now, even including
absolutely
how compact their schedule is, how it, you know, their All-Star break is so short, but Yeah, I mean, they're not getting paid what they're worth, not even close. And it is due to a lot of factors, some of which are, yes, they don't have a great financial deal and everything, but like every single WNBA game's on a fucking Wednesday at 4 p.m. out here. They don't get premium time slots. Look what happened when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese battled it out on Sunday at noon in an NFL time slot, right? What was it, like 17 million people watched? So we know that people are interested in women's basketball, but when you give them shitty time slots on third-rate networks, of course nobody's going to watch. It's impossible to build a fan base. They can't get a good deal, and none of them get paid what they're owed. And this cycle continues. And yet, as someone pointed out, and I forget who it was, and I apologize, the Aces in Las Vegas sold for a couple $1 million a few years ago. Now people are saying that team is worth $200 or $300 million. But Caitlin Clark still makes less in salary than I do at my job. And I'm not kidding. Her salary is $78,000 a year, and that's embarrassing. Now, obviously, she has millions of dollars in endorsements and all these other things, but her primary fucking job, what she gets paid to do above all else, she gets $78,000. That's less than NBA players' game checks. This shit is absurd.
For sure. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. We talked about this. This was a topic in Truth Be Told Sports years ago about like what they, just the promotion they would do for the WNBA. They don't talk about these games like now. They talk about it now because like some of these players are becoming bona fide stars, and like some of these games are good and starting to notice like their talent. But before, it was pretty much like waiting for an ad for Monster Jam or something like that, or whatever, or the Savannah Bananas. They probably got more play time than these games in the WNBA. Yes, if you attract more viewers to to your event, and more people are going to watch, and then the talent is obviously there. But some people, you have to understand what you're watching. Like if you come in there and you have this attitude where, well, they can't dunk, so this is boring. You have to understand what you're watching. You know what I'm saying? So like you can support it. If not, don't support it. But at the same time, they deserve to be paid what they should be paid. More and more.
Well, and again, part of the problem is that the NBA has such a large stake in the WNBA, and the NBA doesn't necessarily have a vested interest in giving up control of that, and they don't have a vested interest in putting the WNBA in time slots that rival the NBA. So it ends up with a sort of a conflict of interest because you have this one league that owns another league, and the NBA's primary thing for a while was expansion. You listen to a couple of podcasts recently, and it seems like the bigger thing now is NBA Europe. And the WNBA is never at the forefront. But again, when ESPN was in control of the rights, they hyped the women's tournament so much. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark went off. 17 million people watched. Again, we know that when people like women basketball, we know that they care about it. We know that they care about the stars, and we know that they will watch if you put it on a real network in a good time slot. But they put all these things on ESPN2 and all this shit, and it's just very difficult.
Yeah, I get you. Definitely 100%. But like at the same time, it's definitely you have to pay them what they're owed. It's not like they're not. It's just sad. Like it's a sad situation for them to be out there paying. I don't know, man. This is weird. Sorry.
They play for peanuts, and they have no ability to advance their own agenda because they really don't control their own ability to negotiate, new TV deals and all these things because there's so many other factors. And just like in any other league, the team governors are not doing what they can to pay the players, and there's no good revenue. Their revenue split is garbage. And, the players, the women in the WNBA are just treated horribly. You go look at Europe. Go look at the way that the women's teams in Europe pay their players, and it's millions of dollars. Diana Taurasi in 2014 was paid $1.5 million to skip the WNBA season by her Russian team, and she did it because $1.5 million was way the hell more than I then believe $64,000 she was going to make in the WNBA. And consider that, by the way, a max contract that time I believe was $64,000, and now it's only $78,000. Like this shit is a joke. It might be a little bit more for veteran players. It might be in the 80s, but again, less than $100,000. This is NBA player game checks are hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like it's insulting. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And the fact that that college can make a shit ton more money than WNBA players because of the fact that ESPN owns those rights and they actually put them on at a decent time. It just goes to show that women are actively being screwed. And that, sorry, that sentence sounded worse than I meant it to.
Yeah.
And again, I've long maintained that the WNBA is more fundamental basketball. Like you said, people bitch about dunking, but the NBA is all about who is the most athletic, essentially. And the WNBA is actually a more fundamental league. So if you actually like basketball, you should enjoy the WNBA. And then, you know, I understand the arguments against blah, blah, whatever, but it is what it is.
I agree with you. Hey, did you watch Superman?
I did watch Superman, and without giving any spoilers, because we're not going to do spoiling reviews here. That's going to be a big thing about what we do. I enjoyed the movie, honestly. I don't understand at all where the woke bullshit came from. Like, I don't even understand where that thought process came from. And I'm not saying like I don't understand Republicans and their like. I literally just have no concept of where they even got that idea. This movie is nothing. It's a fucking comic book movie that has truly nothing to do with that. And so, you know, the biggest thing for me is that James Gunn is a great director, and this movie truly felt like it was a Marvel Superman movie because of the way that James Gunn applied his pacing to Guardians of the Galaxy and all those things. He really put his stamp on that universe. And this felt like if Marvel bought the property of Superman and made a Superman movie. And so I don't know if that like makes anyone feel better or worse about it. I don't know like what they would, but you know, like I thought that as my son whispers to me to try to interrupt me, but I just felt like it didn't feel like a DC movie. And if this means that this is going to be the kind of feeling that we have from the new DC movies, that's interesting because again, like DC is often a lot darker. This movie was like kind of funnier. There were a lot of jokes. Certain things were very over the top in a more Marvel-y way than a DC way. And again, this is James Gunn's second movie in DC. So, you know, maybe over time they will deviate a little bit, but it just didn't feel like watching a DC movie. And the other thing I will say is that like it like starting the movie, it felt like Superman 3. Like you jump into this universe so much that it does feel a little bit jarring. And that's from the first second the movie starts. So that's not like it's just the way they jump into it is very like, and we were telling a story about Superman and we'll resume it now. And so it almost like gives the feeling of like you can choose whatever Superman canon you want to enjoy. Here's where we're at now, you know, and it's an interesting way to do it. But you know, visually it was amazing, cinematically it was amazing, all those things, you know, the effects are incredible. You know, the story, I'll leave other people to decide how they feel about the story. But overall, it's one of those things that if you can see it in IMAX, you can see it in Dolby, you can see it in a theater, you should do that because, you know, visually it's something that is pretty special. And although like in some ways it's, I think, very different from what people would expect of Superman. And I think that some people will be sort of thrown like, this is not my grandpa's Superman or whatever. Maybe that's where the MAGA people lost it. I just think ultimately, like, it was a good movie. I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 or anything. Like, I don't know. It's like a solid, like a 7, like something like that, 6.5, 7. Call it a 6.7. Or I don't know. I'm not going to give it like super high ratings. I didn't leave the theater like, oh my God, but I just enjoyed it. It was a good movie.
That's good. That's good. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I haven't seen it yet. I do plan on it to do that eventually. I should have went last weekend. I had a chance to go last weekend, but just didn't do it. I did happen to tune into the newly released movie on Netflix, Happy Gilmore 2. If you're interested in hearing about that, I'll talk about that a little bit. It was really cool, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't what I kind of would have expected. It started off kind of dark, and it kind of gave me like Click vibes. But you know, it kind of it pulled itself out of that. You know, started getting into like that. You went that little, not even like a montage, but like he got some inspiration. Started getting back into like, you know, the Happy Gilmore like canon that we know of. Saying he had some kids, saying an unfortunate accident, that kind of like sent him to a dark spot. But with the help of his kids, I thought it was a really, really nice touch. With the help of his kids, he pulled him out of that. Of getting into it. But I don't know if I spoil it a little bit, but but it was pretty dope, man. Like the cameos in it was pretty sick. So you had Bad Bunny, you had John Daly's in it, Post Malone's in it. It's pretty hilarious. Travis Kelce's also in it. It was typical Adam Sandler kind of movie with some of the humor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to watch it. So yeah, I mean, I honestly when they first announced this one, I was like, yes. Like dude, it's so funny because I for a while was really mad about how like we're remaking everything and there's 800 Marvel movies and all these things. But as they have remade movies that like touch the nostalgia from my childhood, I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm with this. Like, because when it was only like remaking shit from the 60s or doing sequel, like when they did Starsky and Hutch, for example, that didn't really mean anything to me. But now that like intellectual property is such a thing that it's like, all right, we're making 90s stuff again. Like I'm very excited for this era, and I'm gonna watch this one really soon. So
yeah, it was pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Like man, it towards the end became like very arcadey. You know what I mean? And I don't want to, I'm trying not to give away too much of the plot, but if PGA versus Live Golf, think that. You know what I'm saying? So like it's along those lines. There's a lot of hijinks in it. You see a lot of recalls of like characters of the past. Yeah, it's pretty dope, so it sends you down that nostalgia a little bit, you know what I mean? But in based in some sort of reality, which I liked about it. You know what I mean? You can see, okay, all right, I can see that kind of playing out for Happy Gilmore.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah. And again, I'm excited to watch it for sure. So I'll have to tell you, I will definitely let you know what I think when I do.
Oh, word, for sure. But we lost some people this week. It was a tough week of for 80s babies like us, man. A lot of people that since we grew up, around, passed away. Started off on Monday, man. When we heard about the unfortunate accident of Malcolm Jamal Warner accidental drowning in Costa Rica. Obviously, Malcolm Jamal Warner, most famously known as Theo Huxtable from the Cosby Show. He played the only son in a house, full of, with 4 sibling females, siblings as, sisters. He was a cool dude, he brought the swag to it. He brought, he just, I wanted to be like Theo when I, growing up. Like the famous episode where Denise made him the shirt, the Gordon Cottrell shirt.
Yes.
Everyone remembers that one.
But that's after he goes to his dad and asks for whose name I won't say because fuck that dude. Yeah. He asked for $90 for the shirt in the first place.
Oh yeah. Like I love that scene because like Claire Huxtable, she looked at. He was like, it was $90 for the shirt. She's like, it must be a pair of pants in there too. She looks back in the box. It reminded me of some stuff my mother would have done. Would have said too. So yeah. So it was kind of it was cool, man. But Denise, made him that shirt and fucked it up for him, man.
Yeah.
But
and that sitcom, dude, honestly, like, truly, again, sad what the monster he was. But the show itself, like, for me, literally was like one of my 5 favorite sitcoms growing up. Like, honestly, like, it was truly hilarious. Like, and honestly, so much of it holds up, unfortunately, again, without, it's so hard to discuss without, but just truly, like, it was an incredible show. And I loved Malcolm Jamal Warner and other things too. Like there was the show Malcolm and Eddie that he did with Eddie Griffin, which was a little too old for me. when I aired it, when they aired it. So I didn't get all the jokes. I still watched it, and I enjoyed it. But it was one of those things that as a kid, I didn't get everything, you know. But I still like loved seeing, you know, Theo Huxtable and something else. And it's just like, it sucks when, you know, someone is sort of a victim of their fame so much that it's hard for them to be cast as something else. He was actually on the show Community as well. And he was really good in that role and a very relatable, understandable character. So just a bummer when, as Keith said a minute ago, like when people die too soon, like, you know,
for sure.
Like, and in a completely preventable, you know, you never go swimming alone in the ocean, you know, that it just, that's a bummer, dude. That's a bummer.
Yeah, I hated that. I'll say the very next day, man, we lost somebody else. Ozzy Osbourne. Man, I was never really a Black Sabbath fan, not even into metal. I became an Ozzy fan. You know, I heard a couple stories about him. Obviously, you know, saying biting the head off the bat. My dad had told me a story about, because I'd asked him, I was like, did he bite? My dad liked Black Sabbath. And he was like, yeah, he bit his head off. He bit the head off of a bat. I was like, oh yeah, did he do that? And he was like, yeah, oh that, and he snorted to some ants one time. I don't know. Dude was fucking crazy. But then, you know, just the show after, you know, the show with his family, you know, after all of that, you know what I mean? That's where I learned about who Ozzy Osbourne was.
Yeah, and you know, the one thing about, and Keith makes a good point about his last performance. The other thing too is he literally went off all of his meds to do this final show so that he could be lucid to do it, despite the pain he was in. And they raised like $170 million for like research. I don't know exactly what, but like this final show he did, like he literally like gave all of himself to do it, and could have potentially, you know, maybe cost himself his life a little sooner, depending on, I don't know how long he was on his meds. But the point is, like, for being like the Dark Prince of metal or whatever, you know, that sort of reputation, he's actually like a really legendary human.
Right.
And you know, whether it's Black Sabbath or his solo career, like, you know, if you like metal, you know, you love Ozzy. And so it's a bummer. I mean, it just, you know, it just is, man. It's like there's no way to talk about any of this when it's someone who, you know, really positively contribute not only to music but to the world. It's just like,
right,
you know, just sucks. I mean, it just is what it is, and we will miss him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, 100%. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. The next one is someone who, you know, revolutionized the sport that I grew up, you know, watching with my brother. It's hard, man, with this. You for me, it's kind of hard, like, because Hulk Hogan is the reason, like, I'm a huge wrestling fan. Like, I'm staring at my WWE title, like, right across the other side of the room right now, you know, and I would have never bought this had I not been a wrestling fan. And I wouldn't have been a wrestling fan if it wasn't for this man right here, Hulk Hogan. He, you know, revolutionized the sport in the 80s. Like, he brought it to to the levels that it is now. In the 90s, he, you know, did it again. He made it cool to be, you know, a bad guy, you know, with the help with the NWO. You know, we had us like walking around, you know, the neighborhood, you know, we was beating up people, like, because like we wanted to be like Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and you know, the rest of the kids from the NWO. Later on in life, man, you find out this motherfucker's a racist. Like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, what do you really do? Like, so much of your childhood was inspired by this, inspired by this man. You know, eat, you know, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and, you know, and do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Find out the vitamins really was the, you know, steroids. You're like, damn, you know, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's really weird. Like, just remember growing up, Hulk Hogan was a huge part of my childhood. And now, you know, he's gone, and I can't really be too sad about it because of the stuff that happened after the fact. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to separate the art, like I did with R. Kelly, separate the art from the artist. You know what I mean? From the person, from the art. You know what I mean? What he did to the sport was truly remarkable. Like, you know, professional wrestling would never reach these heights if it wasn't for him. And even when it was down back in the 90s, he was part of the reason, like, it revitalized. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and I mean,
it kind of, you know,
the thing is that it's not like he said one thing one time,
no,
and you know, or like
he doubled down on it, bro. Like, so that's the part that fucking sucks. Like, okay, he said the thing about his daughter's ex-boyfriend at the time, you know, so when she was dating the black kid, you know, dropped the N-word, hard ER, on that, you know what I mean? And we all heard it. Like, you know what I mean? We all heard it.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. It was the hard R. It was the hard R.
Yeah. He said it a couple times. He said it a couple times, and like, you know, whatever. And then fast forward to, you know, was it last year? He fired the brand ambassador for a Real American Beer, which is really Michelob that's rebranded. He fired her once he found out she was black. So like, you double down on it, bro. And then you found out like all this other bullshit that he did behind the scenes and wrestling while you were, you know, being a fan. So it's like Hulk Hogan was the shit to me. You know what I mean? Like, me and my brother, I still remember to this day that we were watching, my brother and I were watching Superstars of Wrestling on a Saturday, and he came on the Brother Love show, and he got attacked by Earthquake, and Earthquake sat on his chair, gave him the aftershock like 5 or 6 times, right? It's like there was so many people like trying to, you know, pull him off of him, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Me and my brother like sitting there like, oh no, fucking Hulk Hogan's fucking, you know, and then it's like, oh, he's going to the hospital or whatever. Hulk Hogan's going to the hospital. Hey man, Tugboat was just like his homie at that time, you know, and he was like, we have these friendship bracelets. Get these friendship bracelets. Me and my brother went to KB Toys and bought those friendship bracelets, and then we sent them to Hulk Hogan. We didn't even wear them. We sent them to Hulk Hogan because we wanted to let him know that we was down with him. Come to find out, well, they sent us like a card back, like a postcard back of him out in some pose, like it was autographed, like pre-press. As soon as that, and our friendship bracelet back. I remember that. But
I mean,
and come to find out, he wasn't like in the hospital. He wasn't recovering anywhere. He was just took some time off to go film. I think it was No Hearts Bar, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe Suburban Commando. I don't remember.
He was in a bunch of terrible fucking movies.
Oh yeah. But that was my childhood, though. You feel me?
I do.
Now and then after the fact, you find out like he was a piece of shit. Like Terry Bollea is the piece of shit. You know what I mean? And not Hulk Hogan. Because I, you know, had I known he felt that way, I never would have liked him.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? It sucks to find that, like you said, like it's so much more painful. Like if he had said this shit when you were a kid, he could have been like, cool, fuck that dude. But then you find this out later after you know, love them. So like that shit sucks. But also, you know, like, dude, there's a lot of assholes out there, and at least these days we're good at outing them, you know. And again, like it's not as if he said something and then there was like, that was so wrong of me, and then he went to classes and then he learned. I believe that people who truly go through change can actually change and help the world. Like what Mike Vick did when he went to federal prison and then he came out and he actually started being like an animal activist. He lectured, he did a lot to atone.
Oh, and the people still what he had done. Yeah, people still talk shit about him, and I don't like that either.
But there was none of that here. This dude did never own anything. Like you said, he just doubled and tripled down. And there's even more stories, and they're not worth telling.
And then you kind of like, what pissed me off was the apology he gave, like right after that. I don't normally do that. Like, you sound like
not even an apology. It's not even an apology.
Right. And then you found out all the other BS, you know, all the other stuff he did, the stuff he did to his wife, like sleeping with you know what I'm saying, his daughter's friend, and then you know what I mean, like, and then like his son's friend and some other shit like that. He heard he murdered someone in the 90s. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate that. I'm not going to confirm or deny that. But you know what I mean.
Listen.
Just the way he did.
If you have any evidence First of all, it's not true. It's not true that Hulk
honestly,
Hogan raped and murdered someone in 1990. So if you have any evidence that Hulk Hogan raped and murdered a woman in 1990, stop gossiping and go straight to the police. And that is a
you hear the Hulk Hogan killed the Menendez parents.
I'm tidying up a reference from our friend there.
Okay.
Fuck this guy. Let's talk about something else. He doesn't deserve this time. Fuck this dude.
Man. Are you ready to do this, dude?
Oh yeah.
I
really wish that we were like at a MAGA rally to do this one.
Oh, man.
At some point we need to do a super cut of like our top 10s, and we'll get that shit out there, and just of all the ways that we've slammed Trump and his various people on here, because this has been a kind of regular thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. It really has, man. If you guys don't know, we do these at the end of each show. We do towards the end of each show. We do
it's
one
half
of these.
The show, bro. It's half.
Yeah,
the show.
literally half the show. Okay, you're right. This is the meat and potatoes of the show. It is the top 10. Very controversial at times. This one is. Hey, have you ever been? Has anyone ever been canceled from YouTube? We might.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try, baby. We're going for it.
This one right here is the top.
They've been demonetized, but they've never been canceled. We are going to be canceled. Here we go.
The top 10 MAGA members who for sure has a secret OnlyFans account, according to the King of Doc. It's tough. We're gonna get in trouble.
Okay, yeah. I can already. I really feel.
We're gonna get in trouble. Oh man, number 10. Tim Scott, and his username is at chocolate_nugget 22. I felt like he would have one of those usernames that you would see on To Catch a Predator, and it's just look at him, one finger up, and I'm pretty sure he's answering the question of where things he like pulled during sex. This is a finger, I guess. I don't know. He's just a weird kid, man. I don't like Tim Scott at all. I think he for sure has an OnlyFans account where he spends over somewhere up to like $30,000 a month. And I don't know, Tim Scott, bro. I don't know what thing. Oh, I lost him. Hold on. Shit.
So you
panic, bro.
Like Tim Scott is an OnlyFans buyer, not a content creator, right? You think?
Oh no. He just he can't get any. Like look at that. Like that's the number one is the one. He's only slept with one person in his life. He can't get any. What you got for number 9?
All right. Well, number 9. She's composed of two things, one half plastic and one half hatred. It's one of Donald Trump's personal lawyers, Alina Habba. And actually, she's now like a U.S. attorney, despite being fired. She was reposted. In any case, at Surgery Barbie, because again, this woman is very clearly a constructed person. I'm not sure if she was born or if she was simply conceived in a 3D printer. But the point is, there's no possible way that a person like this exists in reality that has, this much plastic surgery and this much attention to everything that clearly goes on in Los Angeles and also loves Donald Trump this much. I just don't believe that a person like this is real. Again, I think that this woman is probably the first robot that was given ChatGPT for a brain and now walks out there. I mean, the number of lies she spouts in terms of laws really do sound like ChatGPT when it hallucinates and just makes shit up. So, I think that this is, I 100% believe in this one. And I might subscribe to it, but, I'm not going to admit that.
You ain't subscribe to it. Hold on. What's going on?
I didn't say that. I said I wouldn't admit to that publicly. I didn't say it. It's not true. I never said it.
You sure about that?
I said it.
All right, man. All right. Number 7. Number 7 is it's a young lady. I feel like, she would definitely have one, you know what I mean? And if you think about it, I think she can get pretty creative with her name. And that could be only old Neanderthal mommy, aka Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think she would probably have somewhere between 75 to 80 Members, 26 of those accounts would definitely come from Tim Scott. The other, I would say about 15 to 30 probably would go from Mark Rubio, and then some other like cornball that I'm pretty sure he's gonna pop up on the cornball that's gonna subscribe to her just to look at her feet. And I think that might be Donald Trump, bro. So I don't know. But Taylor Green.
I'm still laughing at Neanderthal mommy. Like, I mean,
she kind of looks like one, bro.
No, that's the best thing that's going to be said in this top 10. That's still fucking makes me laugh because it's accurate. Her face,
yeah, her face is terrible.
She looks like if Skeletor tried to rebrand as a U.S. Congresswoman. Like, what a disaster! Oh my god.
You know what she looks like? I don't know. You're probably too young to remember, but if you Googled, there was a show back in the 80s called Beauty and the Beast. And then it starred Linda Hamilton and the dude. He was in Hellboy and Sons of Anarchy. I can't think of his name, but is that one actor? But like
Ron Perlman.
Yes, it's him dressed up in like as the Beast. She looks like the Beast. You have to look it up. He probably knows what I'm talking about because he said his grandma loved that show.
Shout Ron Perlman from the other room. I heard her shout it.
But you have to look up the picture and put that side by side. You can probably use this picture here because she kind of looks like the motherfucker. She's gross looking, bro. So yeah,
we're putting this one on TikTok. All right, number 7. So number 7 again, I think this is very probably realistic. I think, like, again, I can't necessarily prove it, but I think this is true. And this one is Pam Bondi at Attorney Bitch. Because listen, if anyone in the world is into some sort of like simp owning, male domination, latex fetish dominatrix bullshit, it's this woman. And I would bet you that like a huge subset of her subscribers are like people who claim to be liberal men who are like, I want you to step on me. Like, listen, the internet is a really dark place. And I've seen some really weird shit out there. And I just believe wholeheartedly that this woman probably creates content using the same clothes that she gives these insane press conferences in. And I think she's secretly, well, you know what? I'm not going to say that because that one's going to get me in trouble. You got to watch the lines that you cross because you can't cross certain lines. This person steps on people and it's for money and probably gets paid more money to do that than, her actual job lying to the American public. So I think, we've seen how much OnlyFans pays. I mean, this shit, they make a lot of money. So I'm believing 100% that this is a very popular one. This is probably like one of the top 100 accounts and we just don't even know it.
Oh yeah, I believe it too, man. Something tells me that she screams that she probably has her own account. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She might just be at Pam Bondi because she's afraid of nobody. And if not, I'm gonna go sign The good thing about this is that this is actually actionable because we're claiming they have these accounts. So Donald Trump might want to sue us, which would be great because then that would bring lots of attention to
bring a lot of attention. Yeah. And as a matter, speaking of Donald Trump, she's showing up his pecker size.
Exactly.
So his pecker size. That's crazy. Let me put this back right now. Where we at? I'm only saying this lady at 6 because I see so much of this chick on TV and is getting gross. I mean, and then I'm thinking about him like she just got hospitalized at the White House, and my suspicion was rug burns, and it could only be Miss Naughty Gnome or whatever, however you pronounce her last name. I'm like, she got hospitalized from rug burns. Like, okay, well then she definitely has the OnlyFans. Like, look at her. And look at her face. You can tell she doesn't know what she's talking about half the time. It sounds like she's just repeating stuff that people tell her to say, and somehow she got this job. I don't know, man. I don't like believing like some people, got their job lying on their back, but she's definitely one of them. And if we get in trouble for that, then I apologize, bro. You're my boy and all, but she's one of those people that I just believe that she's a whore that fucked her way to the top.
Listen. If I said earlier that Alina Habba might be a robot that's programmed with ChatGPT, Kristi Noem is like a trash can that's been filled with a schizophrenic person's notebook. So, and yes, she's had more plastic surgery than the entire Kardashian family.
Oh my God, that is horrible.
That woman no longer is legally classifiable as a human. She's like Robin Williams in Bicentennial Man. She's a fucking sculpture. I don't have to listen to anything.
It's so gross. Says. It's so gross. Like I'm sorry. If you look like you're from the cast of Real Housewives Beverly Hills, I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna listen to anything.
And real quick, this has been hating mostly on women so far, but real quick, we're about to start hating on some men. So don't worry. This is going from misogynistic to like anti-men. Real quick. Speaking of which, let's just go to number 5. So number 5, and I hate this motherfucker more than basically anybody on the planet.
That's a fact.
His name is Stephen Miller, and his @ is Dickhead because he looks like a giant fucking dickhead. And I don't mean he looks like an asshole. I mean his head literally just looks like a giant fucking dickhead. His forehead is so large you could land a 747 on it while landing another 747 on it while refueling it with a C-130. This dude is the ugliest motherfucker on planet. And on top of being the ugliest motherfucker on planet Earth, he is the evilest motherfucker on planet Earth. So @Dickhead is the most appropriate thing in the world. And the only reason I hesitate to do this is that he should honestly be number 1 because, he should be the worst because he's the worst motherfucker in the world. But I would hate to put him number 1 on any list because that might make him believe that he's actually won something. So not going to do that. Love to put him in the middle just so he knows in any given situation, you are the most fucking forgettable, dickhead, ugly bastard in the world, and we all hate you. And I want to drown you in a toilet. Fuck Stephen Miller.
Well, shit. Okay. All right. Yeah. Fuck Stephen Miller.
Look at that.
It looks like he's kind of turned on by you saying that.
I wouldn't doubt it. And listen, if he wants to pay me to yell at him, I will gladly take his money, and then I will beat the shit out of him afterwards. So I'm available for sessions if that's what you're looking for. If you're tired of Pam Bondi and you need a man to do it for you, I'll beat the shit out of you, Stephen Miller. Don't worry. Yeah. I'm gonna end up in a fucking black bag like on V for Vendetta. But the problem is they're gonna send like a bunch of his little twinks to come get me, and I'm gonna just smash them all into the wall. We're going to hell, dude. We're in trouble.
This is bad.
Let's enjoy this final episode because
this final episode. Okay, number 4 can only be Vance in your pants. JD Vance seen here saying, "Hey, get that back." This dude's you can tell this dude's a complete freak. You can tell this dude he probably does like some weird things on this thing. Probably I don't want to get into it too much, but have you seen him run? He runs like he's trying to keep some in his ass. But I got to give it to this dude. Number 4, Mr. Hay in your pants, Vance in your pants.
He's the worst person. They're all the worst person in the world. I can't even choose one.
Can't stand him. Can't do.
And his beard is an insult to those of us who have actual beards. He looks like Bowen Yang's beard on Saturday Night Live looks more realistic than that dude. Like
I had to give it to you. Yeah.
Some the bedding out of his favorite couch and just tape that shit to his face.
I wish I can grow a beard so I can be offended by his beard.
On behalf of bearded people, JD Vance offends all of us. And he should just burn in hell, JD Vance. That's the point. So, number 3 is Ivanka Trump. But all of the posts are secretly made by Donald Trump from spy cams that he has following Ivanka Trump around. Because if we know there's one thing that Donald Trump and I have in common is that we want to have sex with Ivanka Trump. And that's the only thing that exists that we have in common, because this guy has said over and over that he wants to fuck his daughter. He says how hot she is. He talks about how incredible her tits are, her legs are. He's been doing it her entire life. He went on a television show and said the thing that they have most in common is sex. He wants to fuck his own daughter. So I have no difficult time believing that he had sex with other children because he wants to have sex with his own children. He said it publicly many times. And I there's no way that this dude has not put spy cams in her and Jared Kushner's bathroom.
Hey, he's
there's
in it.
No way that hasn't happened. He has done it. There's no way. I don't believe it for a second. This dude is the worst of the worst. He's obsessed.
This is a photo of him. This is a photo of him like watching one now. He's like, hey, there's a booth. Like this is him being nasty right now.
Well, dude, and Stormy Daniels said on fucking like in under testimony, whatever, that he like said that she reminded him of her daughter and like asked her if she liked that. Like just mind-blowing shit, man. That a person would never fucking say.
That's some weird
this
shit.
Said it, and he's our president. And I 100% believe that he has paid people to follow Ivanka Trump around and take whatever photos and video they can of her. And I'm not even sure that that's the only thing that he's done, because I mean, we know that he's an Epstein Island motherfucker. So how bad has it gotten? I don't know. But yeah, where's the list? Where's the Epstein list, by the way? Where's the list? This is the only thing I'm going to say to any fucking Republican who talks to me forever. Publish the Epstein list. Let's go.
Yeah, hey, if you ask me for any list, I'm going to provide you with this one. You go out there like, well, where's the list? I got a list for you. The top 10.
Yeah.
Until I'll give you that. But we want to see that Epstein list. We definitely want to see that Epstein list. We're at number 2. Number 2, kind of feel like she has one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I would subscribe. I can't say that too loud, but I probably would. Goblin Tulsa Galbert, bro. Ooh, maybe got them cakes. You know, but I'm pretty sure she has one. This is another no nonsense girl. You know what I mean? She kind of, you know what I'm saying? If she has it, then she'll put it out there. It's probably on her what's that one app they use? That's what she was. That's what she was trying to get people to watch anyway. Yes, it's Chelsea Galvin, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, all the fucking surfing pictures she used to post in 2016, back when she was pretending to be a Democrat. Like, yo,
three C's, baby. 3 C's.
Yeah, she was very clearly like preparing for a second career as a stripper. Like, I'm not even. Yeah. I don't even. She just, and now she has the streaks in her hair, like she's trying to be Rogue from X-Men. Fuck that bitch. But dude, I legit like she literally used to post surfing thirst traps all the time. Yeah. I'm like,
yeah, I've seen it.
You're a congressperson. You're in the government, right?
You
know what? Listen, I would say we should have more of that in our government, but she just became a Republican, so I don't know. That's not true. She was never a Democrat. She was always a Russian asset. So what are you gonna do? That's the truth.
It looks like Hunger Games.
Yo, listen, I'm telling you. Listen, our government is infiltrated with Russian foreign agents, and Trump is a useful idiot. He doesn't even know he's a Russian foreign agent, but Tulsi Gabbard, Stephen Miller, and the rest of them do. And, you know, they are abusing our country and destroying us. And, you know, they've been very effective at it, by the way. I'm very impressed. Like, I didn't think they'd be able to do the majority of things that they set out to do in Project 2025. And if you just look at it from a purely like how much they've gotten done perspective, it's truly amazing how many people have just stood aside and let them do untold horrors. Like, it's Tuesday, no problem. And so many people have been complicit in letting it happen. It's unreal. And it's almost like, wow, you really had a good plan to destroy everything. Yeah. You were smart at fucking destroying the country. Good work. So what are you going to do? Number one, it can only be you, Donald J. Trump. And that's because I'm going to assume he started one right after the most recent South Park episode in which they made fun of his tiny dick. So his would be big, beautiful penis. And can't you just see it? It's the most amazing penis anyone has ever seen. I've had sex with thousands of women. Melania has had sex with hundreds of men, and she's told me it's the biggest one she's ever seen. Of course, he's calling his wife a whore there, which is the kind of thing I would expect him to do anyway. And I really, really, really fucking hope, I really honest to God hope that he sues Trey and Seth Parker over this, because I want him to go to court to try to prove that he has a huge dick, because we know that he doesn't. And I want discovery. I want him to have to realize that he has to take a dick pic and like submit that to the world. And then like they'll do the thing where they'll like get Ron Jeremy to be the one to take the picture or whatever. And then someone will be like, no, that's not, like, we know how this is gonna go.
Gross, bro. Have you seen his hands lately? You know what I mean? You know, he got that like the vein shit.
That, I haven't, but it's very interesting to know that it's going.
Yeah, like away. I don't want to see that, bro. Like I'm definitely not trying. You know what I mean? It would probably like a shriveled taquito or something, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, and let's shout out to South Park, because let's remember how that situation went. Colbert got fired for criticizing Trump. Seth and Trey saw that happen, signed a $1.5 billion deal with CBS, and then immediately aired an episode criticizing the entire situation that would require them making an ungodly amount of money should they walk away from. Like that is truly like, and they really, over the years they've made fun of, one of their primary things was making fun of Al Gore for global warming and pretending it was, they acted like it was fake, and then it turned out when they realized global warming was real, they made fun of themselves for that. Like they make fun of every goddamn thing in the world. So they make fun of liberals, leftists, right wing, doesn't matter. So it's good for them for securing $1 billion to then go do the thing that CBS just fired Colbert for. And I mean, you couldn't do better. Better.
It was definitely a big, fuck you to the establishment, to everybody. Huge middle finger, but in the South Park way. I watched that episode, was hilarious, bro. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. It's on Paramount.
I actually haven't watched it yet. I'm just aware of it, so it's another thing I need to watch.
Yeah, so it's on Paramount for the time being.
You have another kid on the way, you never get to do anything, but I'm telling you soon.
Yeah, it's a Paramount. It's on Paramount Plus for the time being. I'm gonna go watch it for the 5th time, like in a little bit. It's hilarious, dude. It reminded me of the video, the movie. If you've seen Bigger, Longer, Uncut.
Of course.
It kind of reminded, I'm saying, it gave me those vibes, but it was pretty it's pretty hilarious.
That's perfect. And as Keith just said, like, they're fucking billionaires now. And so, we know Trump loves to pretend to be a billionaire. So I'm sure that makes him even more angry that they're actual billionaires now.
Mm-hmm.
And and that's on top of the money that they've already made. They probably already fucking made $1 billion. So fuck that, dude.
Right.
Fuck every single thing about all of them, and we'll see if we survive to next week to do another episode.
Hey, did we miss anything?
We never did really talk about Stephen Colbert getting fired for that whole thing, which was bullshit. But, as many people have pointed out, David Letterman's actually the one who owns Late Night. And so, or The Late Show, whatever the name of that format is. So they could actually take Colbert and go to another network if they wanted to do so, because Letterman's the one who owns it, not CBS. So no big.
I don't. I think that'll probably 100% happen.
Yeah, sure. Either that, or some people have talked about Letterman giving the Late Show moniker to Jimmy Kimmel, because Kimmel loves David Letterman and it's his absolute idol, and just to piss off CBS and give the Late Show moniker to ABC. There's been some people who said that too, but that would then mean ABC has to change, 20 years of Jimmy Kimmel Live branding, which I don't know they want to do that. So
exactly, the Colbert Report would come back for sure.
Colbert Report coming back would be great, especially there's precedent for it. I mean, Jon Stewart went back to Comedy Central after his Apple TV thing failed, and Comedy Central is kind of falling apart in terms of relevance. Now that they don't really have South Park as their thing anymore. So bringing Colbert back would probably be one way, but I think aren't they Viacom actually? So I think that's also
Yeah,
I don't know. You know what? I don't know that that's possible. You know what? Who knows? But I hope I'm sure we'll see Colbert somewhere else. So
let's see. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I want to give a shout out real quick to my. I'm willing to bet I have one of the fastest godsons in the country right now. My godson Desmond Whitaker is currently in Atlanta right now, running the Junior Olympics. I'm gonna put that back up, but he and his teammates just finished first in the 4x100 with the with the time under a minute, which is kind of unheard of for 8U. They run tomorrow in the final for the first for the 4x400. I'm gonna try to get some video that I posted up on the King and Doc podcast on our TikTok and on our Instagram and stuff like that. But I'm extremely proud godfather right now. So shout out to my godson.
Hell yeah, dude. That's fucking cool, man. Good for him.
I can't wait, hey, when he goes to the Olympics, let's get ready for it, man. I can't wait, man.
Yo, hey, listen, when he goes to the Olympics, we're going to do this shit live at the Olympics, and we're bringing the microphones and we're interviewing everybody. Hell yeah.
Interviewing everybody. Baby. Shout out to him. Shout out to Dungeon Athletics. Congratulations, my boys. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this thing going, man. Good luck tomorrow in those finals. Run your little hearts out, man. Bring that championship back.
Good luck to that, dude. That's awesome, man. That's fucking cool.
All right. Let's see. We got anything else?
Man, just next Saturday night, let's be here. I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm going to find some hotel internet that actually works. We're going to do this thing. I'm going to bring the microphone. We're going to see what happens. So,
sure. Next Saturday night, 11 p.m., you know the vibes here on YouTube. Shout out to the Elite Sports and Entertainment Network for letting us come out here and do our thing. Make sure you give us a like, share, subscribe, share this, so with your family, share it with your friends, share it with everybody. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. And that's it, man. See you next week.
Don't follow us in public. That's all.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't run up on us like that. Say hello first. Peace.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, man.
Yeah.